Are we live? I think we are. What is up, everyone? Happy Thursday night to you, beautiful people. Hope you guys are all having yourself an amazing night show so far. Show some love down in the comment section. If you are watching this on the live, put hashtag live down in the comment section. If you're watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay down in the comment section. I got a great training for you all tonight. I'm going to be breaking down how to create valuable content inside your free Facebook group. Okay, so if you are an existing copywriter right now, who is looking to scale their copywriting business. So, as in, you already have paying clients. You now look at a stage where you're looking to scale. What I teach is building your own Facebook group as a way to scale your copywriting business. Okay, and the reason why I'm very big on Facebook groups is because essentially my biggest thing is that when you're looking to scale, the best thing that you can ever have is a wait list of clients. All right, so let me break it down with you. So, one thing that I've realized after building my own personal Facebook group within my own coaching business, I realized that the same exact formula strategy can be implemented for a copywriter who's now looking to scale. And the reason why is because when you have the right foundations in place, as in the basic fundamentals, we got traffic, you're growing the group, you're getting leads inside your community, content, which I'll be talking about today, you're nurturing these leads, you're getting them more educated on who you are, they're building trust with you through your content. Next stage is you're messaging them. So you're now booking calls in your calendar with people that you now want to work with. As you're now booking calls, the next phase of it is sales, where you're now showing your offer. You have an offer to showcase to them. You're now closing the deal. Next stage right after is client fulfillment. And essentially, as we're now getting clients through the Facebook group, the beauty of the Facebook group is that, as you know, as a copywriter, if you are ever capped out, as in you only want to work with three clients, right? Let's say, for example, let's say if a client accidentally backs out, I want to say accident, let's say if this happens as an emergency, a client backs out, they're like, hey, you're a little bit too expensive. For a lot of copywriters who have an existing copywriters, the next thing they're doing, they're like, oh my gosh, I have to scramble, I have to now start hunting for other clients. But the beauty of the Facebook group is as you consistently just keep growing it and growing it and growing it, you'll now have a wait list of people that you can now contact that have been nurtured from you by your content. You can always reach out to these people. So this is why I'm very big on, if you're a copywriter who has an existing copywriting business and now looking to scale to get to the next level, build a Facebook group. Build a Facebook group. Because I'm telling you, it's challenging and difficult when you have to put yourself in a position where if you ever lose a client, you're like, oh my gosh, I just lost this client. I don't know what to do. It's frustrating and challenging to having to go back from ground zero. And now you're at a stage where you're like, oh my gosh, I have to start DMing more people. I have to start, cold emailing more people. To me, that's extremely overwhelming. And it could just be too it could just be too overwhelming in general. That's why I'm very big on build a Facebook group, get leads inside the group. This way, when your leads, as you're continuously growing your leads time and time again, it's just rinse and repeat. You're now growing the group, and growing the group, right? As you're now getting leads inside the group, right? The next focus right after is, in case if you ever lose a client, which it can happen. This is part of entrepreneurship and part of growing a business. In case if you ever lose a client, the Facebook group is now an asset for you. So I'm very big on having a wait list of people that you can now contact. Okay. So if you guys are excited about tonight's training, what I want you to do is put a hashtag live down in the comment section. We got my mom, we got Nana, we got Mr. James. What's going on, Jane? Hello, hello. Salutations to you as well. Hope you are having yourself at a beautiful night. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I apologize if I mispronounced that. But again, guys, I have a special training for you guys tonight. Again, I'm just going to be breaking down the power of creating content inside your group. Now, for those of you that have been in my group for a little while, I pray and hope that some of you, not some of you, yeah, some of you have built trust with me through my content, right? You have built some form of trust with me through my content, whether that's a live training that I'm doing, whether that's a value post that I'm doing, whether that's a quick story post that I'm doing. Maybe it's a two-step post where I'm doing where I'm just giving some value away. I hope you built enough trust with me, right? And the same exact principle that I'm doing inside my Facebook group is the same thing that I want to show you tonight in your training. How you as a copywriter can build your own Facebook group community, give value to the group. So people are building trust with you. Because I'm very big on this line here. People will never invest into your services unless they don't have trust with you. And how we build that trust is through your content, valuable pieces of content. Now, one line that I hear a lot of people saying is like, "Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh my gosh, I don't want to give all my free information away inside my content." And you want to give all your free content away inside your free all your free information inside your content. And here is why. I love this line here. People, everyone, are not paying for information. They're not paying for how, all the information that you provide, all the knowledge that you say inside your content. People are not paying for that information that you put inside your content. What are people paying for? People are paying for somebody to implement their skills, their expertise, and their knowledge inside their business. That is why they are paying you as a copywriter. That is the reason. They're not paying for you for how valuable your free content is. They're not paying for that information. They can just go on ChatGPT and look at some great information. They can go on YouTube. They can search it up on Google. They can look at that stuff to get valuable free information, right? And here's the thing as well that I've realized after being in this game for a little while here. People naturally, when you give a lot of free information away, some people will think to themselves, holy smokes, if this person is giving this information away, I wonder what it looks like if I actually pay them. That is the thought process that we want our prospects to think here. If you can give all this free information away for free, I wonder what it looks like if I actually paid you. And that's why it's so beneficial to give all the free information away for me, like what I do inside my group. I give all my information away for free. Everything, everything away for free. I give everything away for free. And the reason why is because at the end of the day, I know that if I provide so much value to you, you're getting so much information from me. Not only is the trust going to start elevating, but on top of that as well, I pray and hope somebody goes, oh my gosh, I'm going to raise my hand. I want to work with this individual. That is the key, folks. All right. So in tonight's training, I want you guys to take your notes. I got a really good training for you guys. I'm actually going to be breaking this all down inside my membership site. So I'm actually going to be showing you guys paid information here, guys. Paid info. So take down all your notes. I'm literally in my membership site. This is for all my clients, my paid clients have access to this information. So I'm literally going to be breaking down with you guys the content framework that my clients use, I've used inside my Facebook group, so you guys can apply it for your own copywriting business as well. Okay, so take down your notes, take a pen, get a piece of paper, and let's get rocking and rolling. We got Anna, we got Lamone, what's up? We got Tom, Dan, you the man, my man. We got Jeff, what's going on, brother? Yeah, buddy. All right, cool. Let's get into it. So, content mastery framework. Okay, guys, I'm showing you guys paid information here. So, like I said before, this is the exact Google Doc. This is the same exact framework that my clients use, I use to create content in our own Facebook groups. Okay, like for example, like I'll show you guys all the clients that are creating content and have their own group, so you guys can see as well. All right. Before I get into the actual information. Like, for example, let's kind of go to Rob. I know Rob is going on live right now. Right. So this is our client Rob right here. Rob has 215 members inside the group, right? He's going on live right now, actually. I just so you just, we just spoke to I just spoke to him in our coaching call, right? And what is Rob doing here? Rob right here is constantly growing the group, right? He has a banner photo, he has members that are joining the group, and he's giving value to the group, right? So he's giving tips, right? Tips for strengthening the body of your copy. You can apply immediately. And what he's doing is he's giving value after value after value after value to an audience of people that are following him, business owners, profitable copywriting for business owners. So helping business owners increase their sales through copywriting. So what Rob is doing here is he's inviting business owners inside his group. And what he's doing is he's giving value. So what he's doing right here, he's doing a live training, breaking down a piece of copy that he's written. This way, business owners can see this, get value from him, build his trust, and view him as an authoritative figure inside the group. He's giving tips, right? Limited time copywriting tips below, right? He's having people commenting, people that are inside his group commenting, right? This copywriting emotion is the knight in shining armor, right? He's having people liking 12 comments, 45 people that looked at this post. Value, guys. It's the value that we're given, right? I can even go to let's go to Jill, right? If you guys know Jill, right? 62 members. This Jill has created her group last week, I believe. Right? She's doing videos, she's going on live, right? She's doing posts, right? She's giving advice, right? Giving tips, right? Value. 22 people have looked. And again, you could say, oh my gosh, she's not getting a whole lot of likes and comments. Here's the thing, everyone. Let me tell you a little mini thing, all right? People, even though they may not be liking or commenting, they're always watching. They're always watching, always watching. And as she continues to keep giving value after value inside her group, naturally, the people who have been watching will reach out to her and be like, holy smokes, Joe, I'm loving the content. People that have never even liked her post, have never even commented, will slowly start creeping in and be like, holy smokes, I love this, right? People are even posting inside her group, right? Welcoming. Copywriting is essential for your business. Boom, she's giving value. Okay, let's go to Josh, right? Josh, right? Another client of mine, another group, right? 32 members. Josh created this group 2 weeks ago. Already at 32 members. Lucrative copywriting for holistic business owners. What is Josh doing? He's inviting holistic business owners inside his Facebook group. And what he's doing, he's giving value. 5 steps for market research and copywriting. Number 1, define your target audience. Number 2, value, folks. Value after value. And again, even though people may not be liking or commenting, guys, people are always watching your stuff. That's why, to me, the focus of your content should be to constantly just keep showing up and showing up and showing up. Because one thing that I want everybody to understand this, the audience and the content are the things that need to be connected together. Because you could create really good content, but if you don't have an audience of people that are watching it, the content will never resonate with people. You can have a huge audience, but if they're not getting nurtured by you or getting value from you, they'll never invest into your services. That's why it's so important to continue building on the lever, the audience lever, as in how are we constantly growing the audience today, whether that's organically, whether that's paid. How are we growing the audience today? Great. We now have an audience of people inside our Facebook group. Awesome. How am I going to start giving value to these people so they can build my trust, become more educated on who I am, and maybe even wanted to invest into me, get nurtured by me? And that's through your content. Is this making sense? Let me know down in the comment section. Is this making sense? And everyone, it's the same exact concept that I do in my Facebook group. What am I doing daily? I'm growing my audience, right? I'm growing my audience. Hello, mom. I see ya. I see you right there. Right? What am I doing? I'm growing my audience. 2.1K members. I'm growing my audience. I'm growing my members to have a bigger list of people that are joining our Facebook group. And what am I doing? I'm giving value, right? I'm like, hey, who here is ready for tonight's training? I'm giving value, right? I'm doing live trainings like what I'm doing right now. I'm doing other two-step posts. I'm doing another video and I'm giving value to you guys, right? I'm promoting my live training, right? There is a strategy behind this. There is a strategy behind the Facebook group. There is a strategy behind it. There is a strategy behind it, guys. The focus daily is for me and for you if you plan on building out your own Facebook group, which I recommend doing if you're an existing copywriter looking to scale. The focus, we build the group, we grow the audience, we give value to the audience so the audience can view you as an authoritative figure, build trust with you, and now you're at a stage where you're having people become more interested in who you are because you've given them so much value. That is the key, folks. That is the key. There's no real secret, right? There's no real secret. The two biggest things, number one, the audience, and number two, the content. All right. Again, another post, right? That's the focus, everyone. We grow the group. What I want everybody to do right now is put hashtag grow your Facebook group, and then I want you to put hashtag content. So put hashtag grow your Facebook group. That is the secret. That is the secret, everyone. Grow the group, create content in the group. All right. So let's now get into the information. All right. So, content mastery framework. Okay. So, what is content? So, what does content mean in marketing? Content marketing is a marketing strategy used to attract, engage, and retain an audience by creating and sharing relevant articles, videos, podcasts, and other social media. This approach establishes expertise, promotes brand awareness, and keeps your business top of mind when it's time to buy what you sell. Okay, organic content. Organic content is any unpaid marketing content that potential existing customers can find naturally. Rather than paying for ads, marketers can create organic content at no cost to reach customers. Okay, so the purpose of today's training is to provide you a content framework calendar for your Facebook group in order to nurture your leads, to provide the mindset necessary to ensure you're providing quality content and thus creating virality and high engagement, which will lead to creating clients long term. Okay, like I'm very big on your content, everyone, is long-term content. Okay, like a line that I want you guys to put down in the comment section goes like this. Short form content leads to long form content, which leads to customer. I'm going to say that one more time. Short form content leads to long form content, which leads to customer. So what does that mean? A short form piece of content could be in the form of a real video or a value post. I'll be talking about these things shortly, right? It's a quick little mini post, right? Somebody sees it like, holy smokes, there's a lot of value out of it. Naturally, when somebody sees a short form piece of content, whether that's a real video, whether that's a value post, it then leads them to wanting to watch your long form content, as in a live training that we're doing right now, right? A long form piece of content, maybe it could be in the form of a book, right? Somebody reads a book. That could be a piece of long form content. And they get so much value from the journey of the short form content to long form content. They get so much value through that process that people naturally go, hey, I want to actually now work with this individual because you solved the solution and you gave them so much value. That is the key, folks. All right. So, like, I can even talk about Alex Hormozy, for example. If you guys are familiar with Alex Hormozy, so Alex Hormozy, I've been following him for a fairly long time, and I remember I first saw Alex Hormozy's I think it was a real video that I saw, and I was like, holy smokes, this is a really good content right here, really good real video. What it did was it then led me to then watching a long form YouTube video, short form content to long form content. It led me to go from the real video to a YouTube video, which is long form content. And after watching his long form content and digesting his information, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to work with this individual one day. Now, of course, I'm not at the stage where I can work with Alex Hormozy. Alex Hormozy probably tens of millions of dollars for me to even talk to him for an hour. But at the end of the day, though, the focus though is I absorbed his short form content, which then led me to watching his long form content. And now I'm at a stage where I'm like, man, I want to work with Alex one day because I've absorbed so much of his information. And guys, it's the same thing with your content. Same thing with even me with me too. Right? Same thing with your prospects. We want to create valuable short form content so people can now start watching long form content, as in weekly live trainings that I'm doing right now, right? Like my client Rob is doing a weekly live training right now inside his Facebook group. Do weekly live trainings. It's a great way to build trust with your prospects. And then let that lead to somebody being like, oh, yeah, I now want to work with this individual. Now, will everybody want to work with you right off the bat after watching some long form content? No, but there'll be small people in the sea that will be like, holy smokes, I like this guy. I like what this girl is talking about, and I want to work with him. I'm getting so much value from their content. Is this making sense, everyone? Let me know. Put hashtag makes sense down in the comment section. All right. So the goal of the weekly content calendar is to build trust and accelerate the buyer's journey from your group to your offer. All right. To have a predictable process on how to nurture strangers into buyers with a proven concept. Right. What to post in all the Facebook groups, right? Post all types of posts from the content calendar, always in your Facebook profile, transformational posts, and add value to people's questions. All right. And yep. So let's go into more of the content calendar because this is more the more informational stuff. Okay. So a piece of content that you can post inside your group is what I like to call a transformational post. So to keep this very, very simple, a transformational post, guys, goes like this. I struggled with X and now I'm accomplishing X. So here's an example of what a transformational post looks like. All right. So this is an example of a transformational post. Old Nick in 2018. So what I'm doing is in this post, I'm talking about the struggles, the challenges, the setbacks, the painful times that I went through. And then at the end, I'm talking about the accomplishments that I'm now facing. And what it does is this type of post is supposed to inspire people, connect with people, and share your story. So, for example, Old Nick in 2018, lost and confused in regard to his future, making less than 11.50 per hour folding clothes, had low self-esteem, afraid to speak up for himself, failed English and math in high school, wasn't sure if he'll even graduate college, got arrested for grand larceny. So what am I talking about here? I'm talking about the struggles, the challenges, the frustrations, the pains that I was going through, right? Then I'm then transitioning into the new version of Nick in 2022. Now we're talking about the accomplishments, right? Nick in 2022, living a life of true confidence and authenticity, made 5K per month as a copywriter, has written for countless 6, 7, even 8-figure business owners on a mission to help other copywriters, graduated college in May 2022, but determined to make an impact in the world. Want to change your life? Don't have a victim mentality. Get a mentor. You define your own reality. I hope this has inspired someone today. And a picture of my girlfriend and I, right? And then right here, some likes, some comments. That is essentially what a transformational post is, everyone. Right? So it goes struggle, challenges that you felt that you dealt with, the accomplishments that you have, and then a quick little mini inspirational post at the end. And what it does is, as we're growing the audience, this is allowing people to now start connecting with you, feel inspired by you, right? Like, here's the thing, like the objective of your content, everyone, is of course educate people on your knowledge on copyright. And that's your job as with your content. But at the same time, though, people also want to know who you are. People want to know your story because people naturally connect with people that are authentic and they can relate to, right? So, for example, if you can talk about the struggles that you went through right here, you could talk about the accomplishments that you went through. People are going to be like, wow, this is very inspiring. I want to connect with this person, right? And that's essentially the layout of what the transformation is supposed to do. It's a transformation. You went from this and now you're accomplishing this. And people will be like, wow, that is inspiring. I want to connect with that individual. And that is the focus of the transformational post. All right. Awesome. Now, next is what we like to call a value post or a real video. Okay, so let's go over a value post. So let me explain exactly what it is first before I do an example. So a value post, everyone, is essentially where you're just giving valuable tips on your knowledge on copywriting. All right. It's simple, right? It's a value post. You're just giving valuable tips. Your knowledge, your expertise on copywriting, you're giving value and you're expressing that in the post. Okay, so here's an example. So the 7-step framework for writing killer headlines. What do emails, landing pages, and Facebook ads have in common? Any guesses? Yes, no? Well, they all have captivating headlines that grab people's attention. So today, I'd like to share a practical guide you can use to write compelling headlines so you can remove the thoughts of, will this headline convert? Is it long or short enough? Will my message resonate with people? I learned this 7-step framework from the legend Stephen Georgi and his RNBC method, and it's helped me generate thousands of dollars for my clients. So I'm confident if you follow these steps, your headlines will make you more money. Here's the 7-step framework. Number 1, curiosity. Number 2, sees a pain point. Number 3, promise a solution. Number 4, specific. Number 5, simple. Number 6, addresses skepticism. Number seven has a time frame to achieve results. Right. So what I'm doing here is I've absorbed information of things that I've learned as a copywriter, and I'm creating content on it. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, sorry about that, I had to drink some water. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, but Nick, I don't have that much knowledge on copy, right? Maybe if you're, well, as an existing copywriter, you probably should, but maybe you're thinking to yourself, but Nick, I don't know, I'm not the best copywriter in the world, right? Here's my philosophy. Talk about things that you've learned, whether that's from courses that you've taken, mentorship programs, right? Like for example, I was telling one of my clients, um, Jill, I believe it was Jill on our coaching call because I believe it was either Jill or Josh, and they were having a little bit of difficulty on content creation. I was like, everyone, rather than overcomplicating the different types of content that you can create, I was like, guys, just create content on the thing that you're learning inside my program. Right? Like for example, like since we talk about how to do market research as a copywriter, right? We have a whole market research framework. I'm like, guys, create content on this, right? 6 ways to conduct market research, Reddit, Facebook groups. Like, I'm like, guys, create content on the things that you're learning inside the program, right? I'm talking about, hey, create content on headlines, create content on how to create a really good lead, how to create a good background story, a call to action, a PS, the 4 big emotions. And for you guys that are watching this right now, create content on the things that you're learning, whether that's through a mentorship program that you're in right now, whether that's a course that you're taking, maybe even a book, maybe even you're watching YouTube videos. Create content on the things that you're learning. And that's how you're giving value. That is the key to giving value. You learn, you share. You learn, you share. You learn, you share. You learn and you share. That's the secret to content creation, everybody. You learn it, then you share it. All right. Here's another form of a value post. All right. Your copy must be easy to scan. After all, you want all your prospects to understand everything you say without feeling lost or frustrated after reading what you wrote. That's why it's subject to break up your text by 1 to 2 sentences, adding periods or key phrases, or even using brackets. Because even if your readers skim through your copy, they'll be able to get a clear picture of what it's about. And by presenting your copy this way, it makes it easier for your readers to digest what you're saying. All right. So again, what am I doing? I'm just giving some value. All right. I'm just talking about the power of breaking up your text when you're writing your copy. All right. And then another form of value could be in the form of a real video. Okay. So maybe you can do a real video inside your group. So for example, this would be a form of a real video.
Tactic to boost your conversions. After use this ancient copywriting tactic to boost your conversions. After writing emails, Facebook ads, and even blog posts as well, one of the most powerful things that I've seen that has worked time and time again is using stories inside your copy. And the reason why I'm saying it's so powerful is because humans over the last 2,000 years have been genetically wired to be attracted to stories since it appeals to their emotions.
And again, what am I doing? I'm giving value. I'm giving value. I'm like, hey, use this ancient copyright tech that will boost your conversions. Boom, here it is. I'm giving value. Okay. And that is the focus, everyone. The focus is we want to over deliver and give so much value. All your knowledge, all your expertise, talk about that. Talk about that. And again, like I said before, everyone, people are not paying for your knowledge and expertise. They're not paying for that as a copywriter. What are people paying for? They're paying for somebody to ultimately implement their skills, their knowledge, and their expertise inside their business so they can get results. Because people are paying for results, everyone. People are not paying for your information. They're not paying for that information. That's why, for example, for me, why do you think I give all my information away for free? Number one, so I can build your trust. That's number one. We're in the online space. You probably don't know me. I probably don't know who you are, but I've got to build your trust some way, somehow. And how I do that is by giving a ton of value to you, a ton of free, good, amazing information. Heck, I'm giving my paid information away for you to you right now. My paid framework that my clients have access to. I'm giving all this stuff away for you. Why? Why? Because I need to build your trust. And at the end of the day, people are not coming to me as a coach, a marketing business coach, right? Copywriting coach, whatever you want to call it. People are not coming to me for that, right? They're not coming to me for my information. People are ultimately coming to me for support. That's why I can give everything away. People are ultimately paying for me for support. Same thing as a copywriter, everyone. People are not paying you for all your great, amazing free information that you can post inside your Facebook group. They're paying someone to be like, oh man, I love this individual's information. I want to reach out to them to see how they can help me even more. That is the thing that people are actually paying for, everyone. All right. Awesome. And then Wednesday, what we can do is what we like to call a belief shifting post. Okay, so the objective of a belief shifting post, everyone, is to change the reader's belief as to why they should hire you as a copywriter. Okay, so here's an example of a belief shifting post. So here it goes, right? So it goes, imagine being trained and taught how to become an Olympic by the number one. Imagine being trained and taught how to become the number one Olympic swimmer of your country by LeBron James. Right? Can't really picture that, right? Well, there are so many coaches who get stuck in being that LeBron James to their email list, meaning they're spending loads of time writing daily emails out to their list, having uncertainty about how to make sales through their email list, aka imposter syndrome, and are busy wearing multiple hats inside their business, i.e., these coaches lack the skill set to generate sales through their email list. And if you're still reading this and you've been like that up there, I want you to meet one of my clients. Before Dan started working with me, he only made 10K per month in his coaching business. Despite a few calls coming in here and there, he knew that if he wanted to get to the next level, he needed to find someone with the right skill set to nurture his email list and get him more book calls. So after Dan reached out to me and asked me to be his copywriter, I began to research his market, listen to his coaching calls, and would jump on one-on-one calls. And in less than 12 months, Dan went from consistently making 10K to having a 50K month inside his business. That's the power of having the right copywriter. You don't burn yourself out. You don't need to grind and pump out endless content on a daily basis. You don't even have to worry about getting clients anymore. Because when you have someone who has the right skill set, getting more sales in your business becomes much easier. All right. So that is essentially what a belief shifting post is. You're changing somebody's belief as to why they should hire a copywriter. Is this making sense? Are you guys getting a lot of value out of tonight's training? Or am I just some crazy guy right now? Some crazy Jamaican guy just talking through a screen. Is this making sense? Please let me know. I'm just talking to a screen. I'm in space, just talking to a screen. Is this making sense, folks? Much value. That's what I live for, my man. That is what I live for. I'm just this crazy Jamaican man in space right now. I hope this is making sense because I'm just talking to a screen. I'm just talking to a screen right now. All right, cool. So another type of content that you can do as well inside your group is what we like to call a weekly live training. And everyone, when I'm telling you, weekly live trainings should be one of the most vital pieces to your content. I am telling you, it will change the game for you. It will change the trajectory for you. And in my personal opinion, I think live trainings are one of the biggest assets inside my personal business, honestly. And the reason why is because live trainings allow you, just like what I'm doing right now with you, it allows me to engage with my audience. It allows me to give value to you. Like I just said, I'm just seeing the comment section. Much value, much value. We're loving this. Like, and I'm glad you guys are loving this stuff. I'm super glad you guys are loving this stuff. And what it does is it allows me to educate you guys. It allows me to give value to you guys. It allows me to build trust with you guys. That's why live trainings, and I'm telling you. And you might be thinking to yourself, Nick, oh my gosh, I don't want to put myself on camera. Nick, oh my gosh, if I put myself on camera, I'm going to say the wrong thing. Nick, oh my gosh, what's going to happen if I say this and somebody thinks this and this happens and then we're all overthinking it. We're all overthinking it, right? To me, like somebody who's in a perfect example, and she's even watching this right now, Jill, perfect example. So I remember when I first spoke to Jill, Jill is probably she is such an action taker, such an action taker. I remember when Jill first spoke to me, like in the beginning, all right, Jill enrolled into our program back in early, so January, February, right? And when we first spoke, she was a little bit nervous about going on live, right? And I was like, just take your time with it, take your time with it, just keep, giving, just do posts, and then slowly start building your way. Jill did a live video inside her group, and she made a commitment to herself and me as well that she's going to stick to the live trainings. And to me, everyone, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I am talking about. Putting herself out there, she's engaging. I think in this one, she's talking about the power of what a copywriter can do for a business. And here's the thing, what Jill is doing, everyone, is she is inviting business owners inside her group. And when they see this kind of post, maybe somebody might be thinking to themselves, why should I even hire a copywriter? What, like, copywriter? What? Why should I even get one? They check out this video. Jill is expressing, giving value. Why somebody should hire a copywriter? This may change their belief because they're getting so much value from her content. And that's the thing. And guys, you might even be thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, but Nick, she didn't get a ton of likes, she didn't get a ton of comments. Guys, but look, she had 18 people watch this. 18 people check this out. And that to me is the number that we got to focus on. Who is actually looking at the stuff? Who is actually looking at the stuff? That is the focus, everyone. Who is actually looking at her stuff? And honestly, in my personal opinion, if you're not doing live trainings inside your group, you are shooting yourself in the foot. You're shooting yourself in the foot because the thing about the Facebook group is people want to see the attractive character. People are joining the group to see the attractive character. And who is the attractive character? Right? So for Jill and her Facebook group, the person who is in the banner photo is the attractive character. If we go to Rob, right? Who's the attractive character in Rob's group? Rob, this individual right here. Who's the attractive character in Josh's group? Right? Josh, right here. If I go to Carrie, right? Carrie, one of my clients as well, ecom, believe it's yeah, e-commerce marketers. Who's the attractive character in Carrie's group? She has 71 members. Her. People are joining the group to see you. See the cover photo, the person on the cover photo. And if you're not jumping on live, doing these things, I'm telling you, you're like, again, Carrie, doing value, value. Watch this 7-ish minute video to learn how to write an about page that focuses on your customer. Free template in the comments, right? She's even giving templates that she's created, even giving templates, value, Facebook ads, right? I might even have to have Carrie jump on a training with me one day, right? She's in I know her time zone's a little bit different, but heck, we're gonna have to make it work if you're seeing this, Carrie. But again, value. What is she doing? She's doing videos of herself giving value, giving value. 23 people looking at this stuff, giving value. And that is the secret to it all, folks. So what is she doing? She's growing the audience, right? We're growing the audience, boom, organically right now. We're just doing everything organic right now. So she could actually go through and make sure as well she has money coming in through her copywriting business. We're doing everything organically before we start running ads. She's growing the group, inviting people in e-commerce business owner Facebook groups, inviting them to join her group. They join her group, awesome. And now they're looking at Carrie like, holy smokes, this is a ton of value. Oh my gosh, I love this video. Oh my gosh, I love this post that she did. Oh my gosh, welcome, welcome, right? Oh my gosh, I love this. And that is the secret sauce, everyone. That is the secret sauce here. Okay. So again, doing live trainings, everyone, just like what I'm doing right now. To me, they should be mandatory. Mandatory, mandatory, mandatory. Like if you're not putting yourself out there in front of your ideal prospects, because again, guys, as copywriters, I was just telling my clients this just now in our coaching call. As copywriters, it's so simple for us to market for other people. But at the end of the day, we have our own business and we should be marketing ourselves. We're marketers. We're all marketers. You say, yeah, I'm a copywriter. You're a marketer. You are a marketer. You have a business and you should be marketing that business to get more people to notice you, right? Like I had a call with somebody earlier. I'm not going to say his name. And he goes, how do I make myself different compared to every other copywriter in the industry? Because I feel like I'm in so much competition with so many copywriters. I told him a simple answer. I goes, it's your ability to market yourself. That's it. Simple answer. It's not, oh, I have to improve my skills. I have to become a better writer. It's none of that. How can you improve your marketing? That's how you differentiate yourself compared to every other copywriter in the industry. How do you get better at marketing yourself? Because to me and every other business owner that I talk to in my network, the things that we focus on is marketing and sales. That's it. You can be the best copywriter in the world. You can have the best writing skills in the world. You can persuade anybody to do XYZ from the way you write. You can have all these magnificent techniques, templates, formulas, strategies, all these good things. But here's the thing. If you don't know how to market yourself, if you don't know sales, you'll never be able to make any kind of money with your business. It's the cold hard truth. This is why people work with me because although I can help with copywriting skills, the thing that people will actually are looking for is to get better with their marketing and their copywriting business, get better with their sales. That's the thing that people come to me for, marketing and sales, right? Of course, I help with copywriting skills and everything. That's more for like more beginners. But for the most part, 95% of the time, people usually come to me for marketing and sales because that's where the money is. That's how you actually build a real business. Marketing, putting yourself out there, promoting your business, getting in front of people. And to me, the best way to do that as an existing copywriter who's looking to scale, build a Facebook group. Build a Facebook group. Because what we're doing with the group here is we're growing your audience. You're now getting leads into your group. We're now creating content to now educate them, nurture them, You're marketing yourself through your content, whether that's a live training that we can do, like what I'm doing right now, whether that's a value post, whether that's a two-step post I'll be talking about, maybe some testimony. The focus is marketing, getting people to notice you, getting people to notice you. This way, when people now notice you, you can now tell about your services, and now you can ultimately get them to become a client. That's the focus, folks. That is the focus. Is this making sense? Or, like I always say, am I just talking to a screen right now? All right, awesome. Very cool. I'm loving. I see the love. I see the love down in the comment section. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this one. All right. Another way to also post content as well, testimonials, credibility, right? So, for example, I can even just talk about for my own group. What do I do? Not every week, I would say. I probably would do, I probably should do a little bit more. But what I do about a couple of times a month, I do live trainings with my clients, right? Where essentially what I do is I do, right? It goes, makes great sense, love it, right? Where we do some testimonials, right? So, for example, a form of testimonial could be like a testimonial, right? So this is what we like to call a testimonial. So it's like an image of somebody saying how good your work is. So I would recommend posting that inside your Facebook group. So for example, 15,000 cash was collected from one email I wrote for a client. Boom, I showed it, right? Somebody saying that your September 1st email has $15,000 cash collected to show credibility, show proof. Another one, right? Could be like this. Maybe like a video, right? This is one of my clients here. A video of somebody saying how good your work is. You could post that inside your Facebook group, right? Another one too. See what this one is. Yeah, 47 book calls, right? Somebody saying how good my work is, right? And I would suggest posting those kinds of things inside the group. And in my personal opinion, I think to me, the number one key to this all is client interviews. Like I just had a call with my clients about this. And I was like, guys, the focus of high ticket sales, high ticket. For those of you that are not familiar with what high ticket is, high ticket is when you're selling your services at about 1,002. What high ticket is. You're selling your services at a very high price point, right? And to me, let's see, you guys can hear me, right? Because I just saw my internet went was unstable. But yeah, I think you guys can hear me though. So as I was saying, to me, if you're looking to sell at high tickets, having some form of client interview of people saying how good your work is so, so key, especially if you're selling your services at high ticket. Like for me, I was telling my clients this, I was like, guys, the knowledge that I know now, I wish I knew when I was a copywriter. The knowledge that I know now, I wish I knew when I was a copywriter because I would have done a ton of client interviews to all the clients that I've worked with. Now, of course, I had some people doing videos of me saying, of course, I had this. But to me, if I had a client interview, right, and I'll show you an example of client interviews. I'll talk about what is in my group. If I had people saying how good my work is, this would have helped my marketing game 10x 1,000%. Right. And I learned this information as I started to build my own coaching business about the power of what client interviews can do. So, an example of a client interview, if you're like, what the hell is a client interview? Right. So, an example of a client interview, if you guys probably seen up here in the featured section, I have all my clients, of course, like saying, hey, just close a $3,000 deal. Hey, just learn my 300 paying client in 20 days. And this is what we like to call client interviews. People jumping on videos with you and them telling them and them basically saying how good your services are. That is the objective of what a client interview is supposed to do. So, for example, how Amity closed a 4K deal. Client interview, right? I could do let's see. If I just keep going. Facebook can be funny sometimes. Right? I didn't mean to click on that. But you guys get the point though, right? You guys get the point. So that is essentially what a client interview is. You put your clients, you're like, hey client, let's jump on a quick call so we can talk about your experience with working with me. Right? You jump them onto a video and you're just having a conversation with them and you're asking them questions about how it was working with you, your experience. Like, for example, Jill, right? If you guys have seen this one, I know this one is popular, right? Sarah, for example, Quinn, people, Khaled, Ethan, Taronica, you know what I mean? So that is essentially what a client interview is, where to keep it simple, you jump your client on a video, right? You're like, hey, client, let's jump on a quick training, right? And then after that, the focus is to ask the right questions or ask the right questions, but you're asking questions, just having a genuine conversation, and them just saying, like, hey, so good working with you. And like, hey, it was so like that is the focus of what a client interview is. And to me, having prospects look at that once you book them onto a call, amazing. So for example, let's break it down like this, right? For those of you who have probably scheduled a call with me, you probably have, right? I know a lot of you have. What did I do? I was like, hey, watch these resources before you jump onto a call with me. Watch these resources. What did I do? I sent you some client interviews, right? I sent you some videos for you to watch. And what it did was it got you more educated on me, and it kind of built up more credibility on my end. And it's the same exact process as with your prospects. What I would do if you guys have clients that you work with, do client interviews with them. Get them onto a call and post it inside your Facebook group. This way, people are able to see the credibility. People are able to see the people that you've worked with. People are able to see all the value that you've given to these people. This way, they're jumping onto a call with you, educated on the people that you've worked with. They've built enough, they've 10x their trust with you because they see that you've actually worked with other people, and it levels up your credibility. Okay. So, client interviews, please, I'm begging you, do these things inside the group. If there's one thing that I want you to do client interviews and weekly live trainings. There's two things that I want you to do weekly live trainings, client interviews, because I'm telling you, I wish I did this when I was a copywriter. I wish I did this. I learned all this information as I grown my own coaching business. I learned this whole thing where I'm like, oh my gosh, imagine if I jumped before back in the days when I was marketing my copywriting services. Imagine I had people look at clients that I've used to work with in the past and have them watch that. I wish I did that. That would have helped me even more. That would have helped me even more. So again, do those things. All right. And then next is what we like to call a two-step post. All right. So to keep it very, very simple, a two-step post goes like this. You create some form of resource and you ask people who want it. So for example, this is an example of a two-step post. So it goes, a lot of members inside my Facebook community have been struggling to understand the basic pillars for scaling a freelance copywriting business. Thankfully, I created a brand new 17-page free guide that breaks it down step by step. Comment guide. If you want it, I'll send you the link. Okay. And then we have my DM setter, James, right? We have a bunch of people commenting. Boom, 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 boom. All right. I have my DM setter, Mr. James, the GOAT. All right. Messaging everybody back here, right? Right. So we have a bunch of people down here, comment section, just saying, hey, guide, 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 guide. All right. And then I have James, my DM setter, messaging these people and sending them our guide. All right. Let me show you another example of a two-step post. Another example of a two-step post goes like this, right? Um, let's see. I do my two-step post every single Tuesday. All right. Guys, there's a strategy behind the Facebook group. There's a strategy behind it. There's a strategy behind it. When you do it right, things just start working. Right. So here's another example of a two-step post. Who here has a copywriting business but struggling to land their first set of clients? I have something for you. Comment hashtag me to get access. What people doing? Me, yes, yes, send me it, send me it, send me it. Yes, 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 yes. Right. And what it's doing is it's getting a lot of people to engage with our content. And I have my DM setter who's messaging. So it's not me who's messaging, but my DM setter who's messaging these people saying, hey, DM me the word clients, I'll send it over to you. Right. Or hey, just sent it over to you. Right. And that's the example of what a two-step post is. You create a resource, create a training, boom, you send it. So for an example, you could create a resource on here are the 30 types of headlines that'll grab your reader's attention. You post it inside your Facebook group, you get people inside the group, whoever your ideal audience is, your niche, you get them inside your group, right? Let's say if you want to work with holistic business owners, great. You get holistic business owners inside the group. You do a two-step post like, hey, who here wants my free training breaking down 30 ways to write really captivating headlines? Hashtag me down below. The holistic business will be like, hey, me, comment me, right? And now you're having a conversation with them. You send them that training into the inbox. They're like, hey, thank you so much. Awesome, cool. And now you're having a conversation with them, right? It's guys, it's like I said, guys, there's a strategy behind this thing. There is a strategy behind the Facebook group. Anybody can just build a random Facebook group. Anybody can do it, but there's a formula behind it. There is a formula behind actually making it work. That's what I should say. There's a formula to actually making it work and actually generating income from it. There's a formula behind it. It's not just, yeah, I'm just going to post randomly, or yeah, I'm just going to invite random people, or yeah, I'm just going to. There's a formula behind it. There is a formula behind it. Like, I'm very big on, let me just go back to the basic fundamentals, guys. If I want to keep it as simple, as simple, as simple, as simple, as simple for you as possible, here are the five basic fundamentals. If you're an existing copywriter right now, I'm only talking to existing copywriters who are looking to now scale, right? For beginner copywriters, I more so teach the hybrid referral system, right? That's more so not building a Facebook group, but rather just landing your first set of paying clients another way. But this is for copywriters who are looking to scale. You already have paying clients, you already have people that you've worked with, and now you're looking to scale. This concept, the Facebook group, is strictly for you. I'm telling you, if you're an existing copywriter right now that's looking to scale, build a Facebook group. Don't think about LinkedIn. Don't think about Instagram. Don't think about cold emailing. Don't think about building this perfect funnel, whatever the case may be. This overcomplicated funnel. The simplest funnel is a Facebook group. Because what is a funnel? A funnel is getting people, people to ultimately get funneled into invest into your services. And what am I doing with my Facebook group, guys? What am I doing? I'm funneling people. I have my DM setter who's inviting people to my group organically. And he's like, hey, come join my free Facebook group. Maybe you came from an invite, right? Who knows? A lot of people have came from my invites. I'm like, hey, come join my free Facebook group. And now I'm getting you funneled into my world. Guys, it's the simplest funnel. Don't overcomplicate it. And here's the thing. It's free to build a group. You don't have to pay for one. You don't have to buy this overcomplicated software. Like you don't have to do anything. It is free to build a group to scale. All right. So here are the five flows. Guy, I'm very like I live my life. Understand this, guys. I'm very big on keeping things simple. Simple, simple, simple. Like I get it. You probably hear a bunch of guys in the YouTube industry or a lot of gurus in the online space saying like, "Hey, you got to do all these overcomplicated things. You got to build this funnel, then you got to start cold email, and you got to build this LinkedIn, and you got to go on Instagram. You got like I'm a dancer, right? You got to do all these crazy things." You got to do all these crazy things. And I'm telling you, my life works like this. What are the basics? Give me the basics and let me master the basic fundamentals of what I got to do to grow. That's it. Don't give me over all these overcomplicated things that I got to do. Don't give me all that. I don't want to hear the overcomplicated stuff. I don't want to hear that. Get that, get it somewhere else. I don't want to hear those things. What I want to hear, what is the basic things, the basic foundations? Give those elements to me and let me master it. A line that I want you guys to write down in the comment section goes like this: a master is a master of the basics. How I live my life is mastery. Give me the basics. Give me the basic fundamentals. Let me master it. Let me understand it. And let me work towards it. And this is exactly what we're breaking down with you guys. Okay. So the 5 flows are the basic fundamentals, everyone. Flow number 1. What do we have? Traffic. So what is traffic? Traffic are people. People now becoming more interested and becoming more aware of who you are. And what we're driving our traffic is the Facebook group. All right. What is the second flow? The second flow is awesome. We got traffic. We now have an audience, because traffic is ultimately an audience of people. What's the second thing that we now got to start doing? Content, which we spoke about today. So this is how we nurture our audience. So now that we're nurturing our audience, okay, we have nurtured our audience. We now have people building trust with us, because that's ultimately what nurturing is. People building trust, giving value to them. Awesome. What's the next thing? Messenger. And with Messenger, this is how we're booking calls. So maybe you have me or one of my team members, whether it's James, G, right? Maybe, yeah, right? One out of 3 of us messaging you, being like, hey, welcome to the group. What got you in here today? Are you a copywriter? Are you looking to become a copywriter? Or what are you currently doing to get clients? Awesome. Try this. Hey, try this. Hey, do this. Hey, do this. I'm like, hey, would it be helpful if we had a free call? Guys, this is ultimately the thing. All right. Again, I bet you either James, myself, or G's account has messaged you. And what we're doing, like, hey, welcome to the group. It's a pleasure to have you. What got you interested? Are you looking to build a copywriting business? Awesome. Love that. What are you currently doing to get clients right now? And we're having a genuine, cool conversation. What are we doing? We're giving value to you. We're educating you. We're giving you tips. We're giving you strategies to helping you out. Right. And then after that, we're like, hey, come book a free call with us. Right. The call is free. Then again, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just here to give you some value on this call. All right. After we're booking, the next piece is sales. Because now we're closing deals. And the last piece of it all, guys, is client success. And what this is when we get clients, results, and build the wait list. So for yourself as a copywriter, like I was saying earlier, as you guys know, you don't need to have a ton of clients to make a lot of money. You can actually work with like 3 clients. In my personal opinion, I recommend working with as little clients as possible and make a ton of money. Right. That's why I recommend selling your service at a high ticket. Right. But that's another conversation. But here's the thing though. You don't need to work with a ton of clients to make a lot of money, because that, to me, my personal opinion, is extremely overwhelming. And I know it's overwhelming for a lot of people as well. So for most people, what they do is after they start working with a lot of clients, they cap out, right? They're like, hey, these are the only clients that I'm taking. Now, let's say if this happens, and this is part of the game, I've had horror stories where this has happened to plenty of people that I'm speaking to on calls, where a client actually leaves them. They're like, hey, I don't think we can work with each other. And then what that copywriter does, they're like scrambling. They're like, oh my gosh, now I gotta start hunting for clients. I gotta start doing all the over complicated things that I'm hearing on the internet. I gotta start cold emailing people. I have to go on LinkedIn. I gotta go on Instagram. I gotta go on TikTok. I gotta do a bunch of things. Gotta do a bunch of these things. And they still get stuck. and they have to start back from ground zero again. Now, what does the Facebook group do? As we're driving traffic, we're getting traffic. We're getting traffic into the group, right? We're getting people walking into the group, right? And they're now getting nurtured from your content because they build trust with you. You now have a trusted audience, trusted people that you can always reach out to in case if you ever lose a client. And everybody, that is why to me, a Facebook group as a copywriter who's looking to scale, this is the biggest asset for you. Biggest asset, the Facebook group. The Facebook group, the Facebook group, the Facebook group. Because the beauty of it is that you can keep just growing it and 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 growing it. If you ever lose a client, boom, just keep growing the list, keep talking to more people, get more people to build more trust with you, book more calls, jump on more sales calls, close more deals, and now you're good. If in case you ever lose one, great. Let me put them on my wait list. Like for example, like we have a wait list for all of our clients right here. Right. So here's our messages for the wait list. DM framework to put prospects on the wait list, right? We even have a video on it as well. Guys, I'm showing you guys all the free information here, guys. I'll give you guys all the info, right? Like this right here. Like we have a wait list for all of our clients here. Boom. The date, what's their name, what's their email, awesome. And as you continue putting these people on the wait list, you'll now have a list of people that you can always contact. And here's the thing, rather than you as a copywriter who's in competition with other people trying to land the next business owner that can get you as a client, guess what? You have control on who you want to work with because you're choosing rather than the opposite. And that's the secret, folks. That is the secret. My problem is that I throw up on people by giving so much info in my services. Hey, Grant, I'm not too sure exactly what you mean by that, brother. Elaborate a little bit more on that, brother. But like I said, right, Jill, traffic content messenger. Jill, you're such a genius. I don't know how you knew that. Ah, man. I love it, Jill. I love it. I love it, miss. But Jill hit it right on the nail. Traffic, content, messenger, sales, client success. That's it. That's it. It's simple. It's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. It's simple. And my philosophy works like this, everyone. Focus on the basics, get clear on how to use the basics, get clear on really dialing and mastering it. And if you do it long enough, things will work out. Is this making sense? Did you guys get a lot of value out of tonight's training or what? Or was I just talking just for fun? All right. Let's see. I don't see any questions. Now we can start taking any questions if you guys have any. Yep, I'm loving the likes. I'm loving the likes, folks. Got myself a nice little mini haircut. But Grant goes, give shorter and smaller advertising info. I give out too much, perhaps. So, Grant, to clear some things, brother, you're never giving too much. Never giving too much. Never giving too much. Like for me, what did I just do just now? I literally just gave my program away. I literally just gave all my information away just now. Right? Now, the thing about it is that people, it's just the thing about it is you give your value away, and then after that, we get them onto a call, and then after that, it's really just a sales process. Having an efficient sales process for them to eventually become a client. That's really the focus. You give all your information away. All your information away, because naturally, the content does the selling for you. Like you should never jump on a sales call. Like I'm just giving you personal one-on-one coaching here, Grant. You should never jump on a sales call and have to try to sell or persuade somebody to want to work with you. The content does the selling. Like what I'm doing right here, my content is doing the selling for me. Like I don't have to jump on a call with somebody and somebody go, yeah, like why should I work with you? Like what? Like I'm getting people to watch my stuff, get educated on me, build trust with me, and then jump on a call and then they're just making a decision. That's really what it is. That's literally what it is. Like I'm not here to be this slimy, hey, this car salesman trying to make you make a decision that's uncomfortable. That's not my brand. That's not my brand. I know people that do that. That's not me. That's not my brand. My content does the selling. It does the education. It does the value. It does the nurturing. People just jump on a call with me and it's like, cool, where do you want to go from here? You want to move forward? Where are we at with everything? That's essentially an efficient sales process, a sales call, where you have great, valuable information. The person's educated, and now they just got to make a decision whether or not they want to move forward with you. All right. Like I was just talking to my clients about this. All right. I was just talking to my clients about this in our coaching call where it's like, guys, like think about it. Before you guys joined my program, what did I do? I'm like, hey, watch these resources. And you guys probably saw the resources, got value, probably sold yourself as to why you should work with me. All right. And on the call, it was just like, hey, cool, let's make a decision. Boom. They worked with me. Awesome. Now they're happy and they're getting experience. Now they have the support that they've been looking for. And they're happy and they're building the community, they're connecting with one another, they're in a community that they love, all these things. Again, if you ask any of my clients, I didn't do any of the, hey, come on, join this program. Like, what are you doing? No. Genuine conversation, built a relationship with them. Awesome, cool. Where do you want to go from here? Do you want to see how I can help you out? Awesome, cool. Here it is. Went through contracts, went through everything. Awesome. And now they're in a community. Now they have the support. They have the weekly group coaching calls, the one-on-one support, and all these other things as well. Right? That's the whole sales process, guys. That's the whole sales process. Have good, amazing free content. Let that do the selling for you. And then for people, yes, sure. You can think, okay, Nick, some people may not want to work with me. Okay, awesome. I know some people don't even want to work with me. And I know at the end of the day, those are not my ideal clients. Those are gonna be headache clients that I don't want to have inside my program. Or when I was a copywriter as well, that I don't want to have inside my services. That's the key. The content does the selling, Grant. The content does the selling. Like I said before, if I just I had a coaching call with my clients about this. I was like, guys, when you jumped onto a call with me, did I have to be like, hey, come join my program? What are you doing? Why are you not? No. They jumped on the call educated. They saw really good information, whether that's from client interviews, whether it's from live trainings that I'm doing right now, whether it's my webinar, whatever the case, they got amazing, valuable information. After that, that did the selling. And then after that, it's like, cool, where do you want to move from here? Awesome. Let's move forward. That's what it is. And guys, the same thing with your prospects. Same exact thing with your prospects. Ultimately, your content should be the vehicle that's selling them. You shouldn't be the one who's doing it. You shouldn't be the one who's doing it. Your content should give enough value for them to be like, oh my gosh, I built enough trust with this individual strictly from his content or strictly from her content. And that is the key. All right. Is that making sense? I see we got 6 people jumping on just as an affiliate market, find their pain points. Yep. Very cool, Grant. Very, very cool, brother. Any questions with what I just spoke about, everybody? Any questions with anything? Jill, I just see that like, miss. I'm glad you got value. I'm glad you got value. I know it's a quick little mini reminder because I know we always talk about this in our coaching calls. Yeah, buddy. Awesome. Well, if there's no questions, what I guess is we can end tonight. And again, if you guys have any questions for me, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm always here to get some great value to helping you out. Um, and yeah, again, if you guys have any questions, message me, connect with me, whether that's me, somebody on my team, connect with one of us, whether that's James, G, me, connect with one of us. We're always here to help you out. All right. So I love you. Have yourself an amazing night. Of course, brother, you are the best, Grant, and everybody else that is watching this right now. You are the best. And like I always say, this is my favorite line. If nobody else believes in you, I believe in you. Love you. Have yourself an amazing night. Kick some butt for the rest of the week and continue moving forward. We'll chat soon. All righty. Bye bye.